Hi, it's Tim here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your classes or your events so they are pay as you go. So you have a series of dates for an event or a class, and when your customers go to book, all they do is book the very next date in the series. So the way you do that is with price bands. To give you an example of how it works, on here, if you go to, well, this is just an example I've set up. A familiar view for many of you will be the termly bookings. So like Toddle Tots HQ here. If you click on more info, it shows you've got a series of dates lined up, and to book them all, it's going to cost £55. And when you go through to book, it takes you through to the booking form where you choose your participant details. Now, the other option is pay as you go. So you might want to set up a series of dates. So for here, example, I've set up a super fun day which happens every month, but you only want people to be able to book for each one event because some people won't want to come to them all, and you just want them to pay as they go. So what you can do is you can use price bands so that when they click book, it gives them their ticket options. And I have set up one child and an entry for one child on the next Super Fun Day, and it costs £10. And then when they select that, then it confirms that they're booking in for Super Fun Day on February the 9th, 10 till 12. So it only books them in for the next date for £10. So how do we set this up? Well, it's really quite simple. So you can set up your term dates in exactly the same way. You can either do it as a class or an event, it doesn't really matter. But if you go to a class, you go to a term, and we'll set one up here, shall we? So we will set up pay-as-you-go classes. They're great. And we will just leave it at the head office. We will click next here. We will say that this is going to run, well, let's say it's a weekly pay-as-you-go class, so we'll say it's set up as it suggests. Why not? Thursdays 10 till 11 a.m. and we'll do it for 4 sessions. We'll say the number of attendees maximum is 20. We'll start it from this Thursday at 10 a.m. We'll say it lasts an hour, 10 to 11. We can put a cost in here, but actually when we use the price band, when we set the price band up, it will override the cost per session we put in here. The staff, we'll say it was with Tickle Tots. We'll leave the overheads at 0. We'll say yes, it's weekly. We won't allow trials. Midterm bookings are definitely possible, so that people can book after the first date has passed. Yes, we'll show it on the widget. Yes, we're allowing drop-ins. Click Save. So now that's set up. If we look at what it looks like now, we can see it here. Pay-as-you-go classes, £22. But at the moment, it's treating all 4 dates as a term. So when you click on book, it's just telling you you're going to book all those dates from February the 7th to February the 28th. We want to make it so that you just book February the 7th when you book next. And to do that, you need to attach a price band up here. So first of all, you need to create a price band. So to do that, you go to your company overview, and in the right hand side here there's price bands. Click price bands, and I've already got one set up, as you know, the one child here, but what I'll do now is I'll set up one for 2 children, because we can do that with price bands. And we'll say entry for 2 kids on the next event. And the crucial bit here is to fill these numbers in correctly. So how many sessions is it going to be? It's just 1 session. I want them to book in the next date only. And how many attendees is it? Well, it's for 2 children, so I'll put 2. But normally, well, often you'll just have 1 and 1. If it's just 1 person you're booking for, 1 participant, just put 1. And how much will that cost? Well, we'll make that £20, shall we? So you can use these, as you may have just guessed, to book in more than 1 session. So it will always be consecutive, so you can put 2 in there and it will book people onto the next 2 sessions or the next 3 sessions. So that can be quite a nice way of tying people in for more than 1 session on a pay-as-you-go basis. But for simplicity's sake, we'll just leave it as 2 children on the next 1 session. We'll create that. We're leaving global set to no. If we put global to yes, it would apply it to all our different booking types, which we don't want. We just want to apply it to this one booking type. So we'll go back to our classes, go back to ToddleTots HQ, go to term dates. No, sorry, that was pay-as-you-go classes we wanted to go to term dates. And actually what we want to do is we want to go to price bands and link the price bands we set. So if we link one child and we link two children, now we've linked it. So now when we go back to our pay-as-you-go classes at head office, we click book. Now it gives us the option, do you want to book one child or two children? If we book in two children, then it then asks for the participant name for both of them, and you can make the booking from there. But do bear in mind, so it's only booking them in to the next date. So that is how you set up pay-as-you-go. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, just pop me an email. Thanks.